4 years ago today, the family of Rick Morris, a 32-year-old man who was living in Tooele, believed that Rick was taking a short walk and planned to return home. He's been missing since the early morning hours of June 25th, 2021. Today, his sister Mariah shared where her level of hope is, and I asked what we can do as a community to support her and her family. Take a listen.
It's crazy. I never thought someone could just disappear with no trace, especially today. But yeah, there are no confirmed sightings, nothing on cameras. It's literally like he vanished.
Where does your level of hope lie with so much time that has passed? I mean, I know you did a lot of searches early on. There was a lot of organized effort to look for Rick or any signs of him in certain areas. I think I saw the map from Middle Canyon and some of the spots outside of Tooele. But how do you still keep hoping for his return in some way 4 years later?
That one's a hard question. It's a battle I fight, I think, every day in my head of, did he leave on purpose, or, was this medically, something wrong medically, and we just haven't found him yet. And there's days where I'm maybe he did leave and he's happy, and I can just imagine him being super happy, which he deserves, and I want more than anything. And then there's the reality of it. I really don't think that he is alive. I think we just need to find him and bring him home.
Have you heard of anything from anybody over the last 6 months, a year, about any potential that, I think I saw him, anything like that gave you some extra hope?
Nothing potential. We got a lead about someone whose friend back at the time Rick went missing may have had something to do with him being gone. And they gave us an area. And I did talk to the detective about that in January. And in February, he hadn't followed up on the lead, hadn't talked to the person who came forward, and said that he would tell me when he did follow up with them, and he still hasn't. And that's kind of how it's been going with the police. A lot of it is led by the family, which is very difficult for us because we don't specialize in that. We've definitely learned a lot, but that is the only lead that we've had, and it seems like it could potentially be something.
I know it's kind of a grim question, but when you hear that somebody has been located not under the best circumstances, how quick are you to say maybe that's him? I mean, is it every time?
It used to be every time. And now it's we'll never find him. But it is still something I consider it. I follow all of those as close as I can to try to make sure at least they're identified. And if they're not, what we can do to just rule it out that it is Rick or it isn't Rick.
If I remember correct, the day that Rick left his home, he didn't have anything with him. Is that right? Has anything ever been found that he may have been wearing, or anything along those lines that you're aware of?
No. Yeah. When he left, he didn't have anything with him. Everything that's what's so difficult is his insulin that he needed to live was home, and he had just refilled it. So it's hard to imagine that he's still alive. But so basically everything was left at home. The only things that were not left at home were, I included them in the last Find Rick Morris post. There's a flashlight, that we didn't find, his shoes, and then pants that he could have been wearing, the brand, and a belt, a blue cloth belt. Other than that, there was nothing else that he that we think he took with him. I have tried to search every possible place that he could be. Middle Canyon is where I feel he most likely is, and that area, I don't know if you've been there, it can be very treacherous terrain. We did try to like hike and search that area pretty thoroughly. The year he disappeared and the year after, there were a lot of flash floods during that time frame, or like during that year, and it made the terrain very, very treacherous. There were times where I didn't know if I'd be able to get back down the mountain myself. So I have not searched every area I think he could be, because it's been very hard to do that, but I am trying to.
Is there anything that the public can do, that the community can do that they haven't already? In your eyes, since you guys have taken on a lot of the brunt of trying to figure out where he is there anything else you'd like the people to be able to know about how they can help in any way at this point, as we sit on the 4-year anniversary of when he left?
Thank you for asking that. There is. So I mentioned the items he may have had with him, and the clothes he may have been wearing. If they're out and about in Tooele or the Tooele Canyons, or anywhere, if they find any of those things, it would be great for them to maybe put it in a bag and just pinpoint the location on maps, so that we can, we have an area of where that came from, and then we can also just look at the item as well and see if it does match Rick's, what Rick had. That would be amazing for us. And I mean, while you're just out and camping or hiking in the canyons, please just keep your eyes out for any of that. I would love to be able to, for my mom, to have some kind of peace. I don't want to say closure. I don't think it's really closure, but some kind of peace that, of what's happened. This is probably the hardest thing any of us have ever gone through. I didn't know somebody could ever feel the amount of pain that comes with this, and the not knowing every single day and fighting in your head whether he chose to leave you or he passed away and you just didn't get to him on time. It is the hardest thing I think anybody could ever go through.
Well, Rick went missing 4 years ago today. If you are in the canyons in the Tooele area, they're asking that you keep an eye out for those items we showed you during that conversation. Now, today, we spoke to the Utah Cold Case Coalition, confirming the $10,000 reward for information leading to locating Rick is still active. If you know anything about the disappearance of Rick Morris, contact the Tooele City Police Department.